Inside the serene walls of a medieval monastery, the chanting of psalms, the scent of incense, the gentle routine of prayer and study, and now the medieval reality check, the tranquility shattered by fierce rivalries, monks sabotaging each other's lands or stealing relics, and abbots racing to curry favor with bishops and kings. Surprising as it seems, monastic orders often clashed, driven by human ambition and the realities of medieval power politics. To understand why, we need to look at what monasteries actually were in the Middle Ages. Far from being isolated spiritual retreats, large abbeys like Cluny in Burgundy held vast tracts of land and controlled significant wealth. Secular rulers showered them with privileges, expecting spiritual favors or political support in return. As new movements sprang up, such as Cistercians, who championed a return to strict poverty and austerity, these newcomers competed with older orders for resources and influence. The Benedictines of Cluny, for instance, sometimes accused the Cistercians of poaching novices, building rival monasteries too close, or even pressuring lords to divert donations. But theological disputes also fanned the flames. Different orders interpreted rules of poverty, obedience, and manual labor in various ways, and these interpretations could become flashpoints of tension. Franciscans and Dominicans, both emerging in the early 13th century, occasionally disagreed over preaching rights in cities. While not always violent, these quarrels could grow intense, with each side accusing the other of deviating from the pure Christian ideals. The friction was amplified by local bishops or noble patrons who took sides, offering financial support or legal protection to one order over another. Conflicts sometimes turned physical. Chronicles mention instances of monks sabotaging a rival monastery's water supply or forcibly claiming a valuable relic. In more extreme cases, armed retainers hired by wealthy abbeys attempted to seize disputed farmland. Even nuns weren't entirely immune to controversy. Some convents fought fiercely in ecclesiastical courts to maintain independence from a larger, more powerful abbey looking to absorb them. Luckily for the general image of the church, from the late Middle Ages onward, European monarchies and centralized church authorities began consolidating power and reining in the crazy monastic rivalries. Kings, wary of independent monastic strongholds, limited the accumulation of lands and privileges. The papacy and councils also stepped in more frequently to mediate disputes, imposing reforms and standardizing monastic rules. By the 15th and 16th centuries, many smaller abbeys came under the direct oversight of bishops or larger monastic federations, reducing their autonomy and their capacity to engage in local power struggles. Eventually, the Protestant Reformation and in some regions the dissolution of monasteries delivered a major blow. Even in the areas that remained Catholic, stricter oversight from Rome and tighter royal control reigned in the worst excesses. While monastic houses continued to exist, they rarely wielded the same level of independent political clout.